things I hate about this car. What's going on, guys? Thanks for coming back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the top 5 things that I hate about my ZL1. We're just going to take a little drive around town here. All right, so first thing, I have to get this out of the way, cup holders. I'm not asking for more cup holders. If anything, keep the little 2 cup holders that we got, but put them somewhere else, man. Like, this is a ZL1. If I rest my hand here and I have a cup, I can't really rest it. I have to like shift like this on the side or whatever. Like, it's a ZL1, it's a performance car. We shouldn't focus so much on the cup holders. Let's focus a little bit more on like the driving position, the cockpit. That being said, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, again, the things that I hate about this car aren't really that I hate, because there's so little things that I hate about it. But it's just a few things that the engineers could have taken a little bit more time on, made it perfect. Second thing, which is kind of a big deal to me, it's a ZL1. It's a performance car, and there's gauges right here. It's not the same ones that you get in the 2SS, because this one has oil pressure, oil temp, you got boost, and you got voltage. Honestly, I feel like they could have done such a better job here. Granted, it's a 2013 car, but I mean, the technology was there. First off, my gripe with the gauges is that at this angle, the one that I can see the most is volts. Why do I need to see volts out of everything? Like, I would rather have literally anything other than volts. You got oil temperature, oil pressure, and you got boost. Like, let me see something that I actually need. That's my thing with the layout down here. Now, so as far as like performance traction management, the PTM that comes in the ZL1 and the ZR1, that's easily triggered right here by the Sport, the Tour, and the traction control buttons. But over here on the cluster, you have a performance menu. All the performance menu does is show you coolant and battery voltage. 2 gauges that I literally already have. Like, coolant is already up there and the battery voltage right there. My thing, if you're gonna have a ZL1, give me something that I could actually use. Like, I would love to have boost and oil pressure right here. It just makes more sense. Third thing that I absolutely hate about this car, I get that it doesn't have the most trunk space, and that's fine. I'm not expecting a Crown Vic trunk space in this thing. If I want to haul dead bodies, I'm going to use my other car. Wait, what? What I want out of this thing is an easier way to put stuff in there. The trunk is literally like, it's like this big to put stuff in. I can't even fit a golf bag in there without folding the seats down. It's really uncomfortable. I just don't know why they didn't make it a little bit bigger. That's all. So my 4th thing that I hate about the ZL1 is the rear view mirror. So in 2012, I believe, or like 2013, they switched from the old style to the new style. And the old style, if you're not familiar with it, it's pretty much just like a mirror. It's got like the black trim around it, and you get the 3 buttons underneath, right? The new style is just like a floating mirror, and it's got the 3 touch buttons for like talking to your car, OnStar, and then the SOS button, which obviously is like emergency and all that stuff. The mirror looks great, love it. But any time that you're driving, the OnStar and the SOS lights up, and wouldn't you know it, the OnStar is blue and the SOS is red. You don't know how many times I'm driving and I look up really quick and I'm like, oh shit, the cops are behind me, or what did I do now, or I gotta pull over. And it's like, it's that split second that I gotta look at that and think, why'd you guys do that? Like, you know we're gonna drive this car a little bit harder than normal, don't freak me out. Come on. So the 5th thing that I hate about this car is the radio. I'm not asking for a better interface with iPod and all that stuff, because that's, you know, it depends on Apple and going back and forth. I would have just liked to have a more responsive interface and like give me something that I can actually use. Granted, CarPlay and Android Auto hadn't come out at the time, but there's still something that they could have done a little bit better. GM's never been really good with like radio interfaces and all that stuff. The Cadillac Q, oh my God, shoot my brains out. So I can't really complain because this is old and stable, but at the same time, they could have done so much better with this too. So that's pretty much it, guys. Like, I know it's the top 5 things that I hate about this car, but I don't really hate them. It's just things that I'm like nitpicking and saying, hey, they really could have done a better job with this. You know what I mean? Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and like and subscribe. If there's anything that you guys want me to talk about, or suggestions, or anything that you want me to make a video on, go ahead, comment, let me know. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Thanks for stopping by.